the standout of this show, along with the Legacy and DX Tag Team match. Again, I'll copy what he said. It's probably one of my favorite 2-on-2 matches I've seen. I also really liked Ray and Dolph Ziggler on this show too, as well. Again, there isn't really much more to say that he hasn't already said. I just had a lot of fun watching this show.
My number 4 is SummerSlam 1992, which I believe was your number 7 or 8.
Yes.
Okay. Like you said earlier, Burton Bulldog was excellent. The Warrior Masha was excellent. That has to know one Warrior when he was a Warrior was a bad wrestler. God said Masha and Rick Rude proved that differently.
Yes.
For Warrior, the ending is DQ, so that takes it away a little bit compared to the Wrestling 7 Classic. It's cool to see SummerSlam being held in a stadium, and I won't be surprised to see SummerSlam, not WrestleMania, but I'm actually going somewhere with this. WrestleMania was in the sense. It was actually cool to, I do have a SummerSlam is going to be going back to the stadium soon. Now.
Yeah.
More frequently. Not just,
What they have this year, next year left on Brooklyn?
This year.
This year? Oh.
It was 3 years, 2015, 2016, 2017.
Okay.
I won't be surprised to see them at Brooklyn for a couple of years, maybe. But I won't be surprised at 2020 they're in stadiums for SummerSlam. The long entrance is cool. I do remember the visuals of LOD and the Undertaker coming down the ramp in the hearse and the motorcycles for LOD. I'm not sure if you mentioned the match though, but Rick Martel versus Shawn Michaels too. I do like.
Oh yeah, I do too.
I thought both guys did.
That is an entertaining match.
Did really good what they had to work with because there was no punches allowed because both of their gimmicks.
They didn't want to punch each other in the face.
They're pretty boy gimmicks.
They wouldn't get punched in the face.
Yeah, and they fall for Sherry, where Sherry kept on getting knocked. Someone will knock out Sherry to pick her up.
They try to carry her.
And they get knocked
down.
Yeah. So, overall, that was a strong show for me. So, that was for 1992. And the highest of the 90s.
Alright, my number 3 pick was SummerSlam 2001. A lot of people do look down at the Alliance versus WWE. And maybe I do too, but there's a lot of good pay-per-views and a lot of good moments that come out of that. So
yeah,
maybe I have to rewatch that era to change my opinion. And
I just watched Fire Series. I won all that.
But anyway, getting back to this SummerSlam, it was main evented by The Rock defeating Booker T for the WCW Championship. The first time that happened at SummerSlam, I think the only time. And that was also probably one of my favorite matches as well on that show. I did also like RVD and Jeff Hardy in that ladder match. It's two of the best ladder match guys in a ladder match. And I also remember really liking Edge and Lance Storm for the opener as well. Angle and Austin was also great, as always. This match was just right around the time of my favorite time of watching it in 2001, which is probably weirdly enough my favorite year. And this just adds to it as well. This was an awesome show from where I remember as a kid and from what I remember now.
My number 3 is also SummerSlam 2001. There's not much to add on. I also did like X-Pac and Tajiri. I don't care what people say. The Invasion angle produces a lot of great stuff from Invasion to Survivor Series 2001. I literally just watched No Mercy 2001 the other day. Survivor Series 2001. 2 great shows in their own right. This is another great show in their own right. So, to people that say it's a failure, apparently it's not a failure.
Yeah.
And I believe Invasion did the biggest buy rate for a non-WrestleMania pay-per-view, too. For a non-Big 4 pay-per-view
in
history, I believe.
I believe, yeah, I think that's one of the
most full pay-per-views.
Yeah.
That's a non-Big Four or Big Five. Yeah, it's Big Four actually. Yeah. So that's my number 3 as well.
All right. Getting ready to wind things down. My number 2. My second favorite SummerSlam of all time is 2013. The built headlining match was Daniel Bryan versus John Cena, which had a great feud going up to it, and a great match to cap off with Bryan and Cena. I wish they had more, but unfortunately things went down the way they did.
Never know.
And maybe by some miracle, Bryan gets to wrestle again. So. However, the match that actually ended up going on last was Orton and Bryan, because Orton cashed in and pinned Bryan for the championship, with Triple H turning on Bryan as well.
Triple H says that happens to happen a lot with Triple H, especially with referee. That's being SummerSlam.
2 other really good matches I thought on this show too as well were, I'll start off with the lesser one. Del Rey and Christian I thought had a great match. And I thought an amazing match was had by Brock and Punk, who also had an amazing feud as well. This pay-per-view also saw the debut of Bray Wyatt, the pay-per-view debut of Bray Wyatt. Which,
as we told about last
week. The match was but...
Match was bad.
Yeah, the match was bad, but the rest of the show was
at worst good.
Yeah, at the very worst good. And that's my number 2 pick, 2013.
The only reason I'm getting involved in that conversation is because it makes sense to me to reiterate what you just said. My number 2 is 2013. Yeah, there's not really much else to add.
Yeah.
It did everything right you had to. And just in 2001, that summer is underrated. Yeah, that's like the Alliance angle.
Well, I'm pretty sure we have the same
number 1. By the way, this wasn't quite a top 3.
No.
Number 1,
we did our list completely separate.
Number 1 we figured out. Then we'll be the same.
Yeah. Number 1, SummerSlam 2002. Headlined by The Rock and Brock Lesnar.
Right. But not the only match.
No.
To remember on that card. There's also Edge and Guerrero.
Yeah.
Shawn Michaels and Triple H.
And
Kurt Angle and Mysterio.
Yeah, which I think is an underrated opener.
Definitely. Pull it this. When Jarrett, Chris Benoit and Rob Van Dam too. Pull it this. When Chris Jericho versus Ric Flair match is one of the lesser matches on the card. With the other 2 being Undertaker and Test, and Booker T, and Goldust against all Americans. For Shane Lance Storm. It's not exactly the worst group of stars to have on the show. The build-up's excellent. The 5 matches definitely deliver. Nothing feels though.
No.
Maybe just Taker and Test.
Yeah, this is hands down one of my favorite pay-per-views. I remember thinking it then, and I truly think it now. It actually may rival WrestleMania 17 for me.
Right, it's the best shot.
Yeah, it was fantastic. And with a match that's really up there for me, when Shawn Michaels and Triple H, and then an unsanctioned match, it was really up there for me in top matches.
Right.
The rest of the card also delivered as well.
Yeah. Yeah, Shawn Triple H is one of my favorite matches of all time. There's not really a SummerSlam that comes close to rivaling it either. Like with WrestleMania 13, you can say there's other WrestleManias that come close.
Yes.
With SummerSlam 2002, it really is a standalone compared to the rest. This is more of a race. Numbers 2, 3, and 4 for me were more of a race to number 2. I always do what my number 1 was.
Yeah.
For the moment, we can't all I didn't do this for this week. But yeah, that's pretty much it. For this week's edition for WrestleMania's Basement Podcast number 4. But before we go,
we're doing something a little different.
Right. Two things different
Yeah.
this time.
Well, first off, since we have our SummerSlam list out here, next week we're actually going to be reviewing possibly 2 SummerSlams. At the most, 2 SummerSlams. Could be the same one. It depends on how the odds work.
Next week we're going to be reviewing 2 pay-per-views.
Yes.
One for each of us is definitely a SummerSlam. Let's put it like that. Because what we're doing is a random generator.
Yes.
Between 1 to 29. Whatever he gets. Say he gets number 5.
I would have to watch his number 5 SummerSlam.
And vice versa.
And review it.
And then we'll get to the second part.
Yeah.
So
here goes nothing. I'm hitting generate.
Good luck.
22. Of course, it's near the bottom of the list.
22. You get to review SummerSlam 1996.
Alright, fine.
Well, it's just, there seems to be a lot of, which kind of fits out because there seems to be some controversy with him and other people.
Yeah.
Well, this might actually clarify that too.
Yes.
So maybe you'll see a retraction. Maybe he'll think they higher, or maybe he'll think it's even lower.
Yes. So we'll see. Me put my money where my mouth is. So.
My turn. Oh wow.
You lucky bastard.
I get to do on hour number 1, SummerSlam 2002, which I guess I could enjoy sitting through 3 hours sometime this week. I'm not sure. Does it help that I just watched that pay-per-view about a month ago? So, woo. It's one of those shows I can watch from top to bottom like any time. I won't get bored.
Yeah.
I can binge watch it repeatedly. So, now, what's going to be our weekly segment for the podcast will be a WWE Network random generator where we did a random pay-per-view, WWE, WCW, and we'll each review whichever pay-per-view we get. And it's only one try, so it could be something good, like SummerSlam 2002.
Or it could be something, not my favorite thing to watch, ECW. Sorry for UCW fans.
Yes.
But what we're using is the WWE random pay-per-view .azerwebsites.net.
What he said.
You can just go on there and pick a random pay-per-view if you're bored or in a rainy day.
And that's something I feel like the WWE Network will actually benefit from.
Yeah, that'd be really cool.
Because it's like over 8,000 hours.
Alright, so as soon as I hit this link, I'm actually going to choose...
His first one we're done.
Watch it, SummerSlam 1996.
What if it's SummerSlam 1995?
Alright, here we go. Here's nothing. Takeover London. Nice.
That's NXT Takeover London.
NXT Takeover London.
Let's say that Spears, you just keep selling SummerSlam 1996. And for me, there's not really much better I can do. That's SummerSlam 2002.
Yeah.
There's like one show. So, Backlash 2004, which though has Shawn Benjamin vs. Ric Flair, Randy Orton vs. Cactus Jack into the Holds Bar match, and a rematch of WrestleMania 20 of Chris Benoit, Shawn Michaels, and Triple H. So I feel like I'm good this week.
Or as it says here, Triple H versus HBK compete in triple threat for the world.
By the way, these synopses are taken straight from the WWE Network. So yeah, I'm good this week with this.
Alright, so next week I'll review SummerSlam 1996, and then the week after, or is it next week?
Next week.
Next week I'll also review TakeOver London.
And I get SummerSlam 2002, which sucks to be me, and Backlash 2004 with my main event, Chris Benoit, Shawn Michaels, Triple H. It really sucks to be me.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? I just watched both these shows about a month ago. So, by the way, this generator thing was his idea, so if it goes against me...
Yeah, if it goes against me, I guess I gotta blame myself.
Right. So then...
Well, anyway, let's wrap this thing up.
Yep. Twitter, Instagram's link in the description below. Leave a comment, subscribe. See you next Monday in 9 days, August 4th. Not 8 days, because it's way Saturday morning. On August 14th. Cool. And then actually, we could probably do some of the podcasts too on Saturday.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like Because actually,
we're literally planning this in the middle of our video, and it's nearly 3 o'clock in the morning.
Right. Shit, is that late? Monday, August 14th, it won't be as long because we'll be doing before Raw. So.
And I still gotta go home.
Right. And then that weekend is SummerSlam each night of the week. Friday night, around the podcast. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Live reviews of the shows after we get back to the hotel.
And that's not a metaphor for me using my finish to the match. That's literally meaning I gotta go home. This is his house.
At least it's only a block and a half.
Yeah, that's true.
Alright, see you next Monday.
See you next week.